everyone. Welcome to Dr. MC's Self-Care Cabaret podcast. I'm Teresa Melito-Conners, a doctoral level educational administrator and mental health practitioner focused on helping you, our world's helpers. We have arrived at the fifth and final bite-sized pod for 2023. I hope you've been enjoying these short episodes. We've covered a lot of ground over the past few weeks, and we will return in 2 weeks with our traditional interview-style episodes, and we have quite the lineup ready to launch. But in case you missed any of our bite-sized pods, let's recap. We've already discussed beating the Sunday scaries or kicking off a new school year. New school year, who dis? Setting yourself up for success. We talked about reclaiming space, where I shared a lot about my journey in ballet and the dance world, and last week's best mental health advice. So today, to round out this series, we're going to talk about creating a vision board and manifesting your dream life. If you follow me on social media, hopefully you do, you likely saw that I was recently featured in a Today.com Today Show article on this very topic. How cool is that? So today, let's chat about vision boards, and who knows, maybe you will feel inspired to make one yourself. You've likely heard about a vision board, even if you've never made one yourself. And don't worry, if arts and crafts aren't your thing, or maybe that's what's keeping you from trying it, there's apps and other digital tools that can help you. Vision boards are a powerful, tactical tool to help set and manifest your goal setting. And I love to set goals. I first learned about vision boards years ago from watching The Secret. The Secret is a documentary, I believe it's still available on Netflix, that is based off of the book by the same title, The Secret, by Rhonda Byrne. And I fell in love with the idea. Over the years, my vision boards have evolved from the early days of a piece of oak tag and some magazine clippings to now really a full-blown system that I use every year to update it and keep it growing. I have a routine, and this past year, I got even more creative, using Canva to create mock-ups of myself on various magazine covers, or even interviewing some special celebrity guests that I'd love to have on the podcast. We'll talk more about what Canva is in a bit if you're unfamiliar, but the important thing to remember is when creating a vision board, the sky is the limit. So the key is, whether it is a physical collage or an online creation, you need to start with intentionality and specificity. What you want to accomplish, how you envision yourself, and how you want to feel. Let's use the magazine cover as an example. Let's say you'd like to be on the cover of Vogue. You may create a mock-up of a graphic of yourself on the cover of Vogue and add it to your vision board. Or maybe you just literally take the cover of Vogue off of an issue and put your face right on it. Or even just the logo from Vogue magazine. Maybe that goes on your vision board as your reminder. Vision boards are not only, though, about the act of creating them, but also the action you take as a result. You want to place it somewhere where you can view it daily. Mine has always hung in my bedroom, where I can see it literally every day. First thing I see when I wake up, last thing I see before falling asleep. Visualization is a really important tool when looking to achieve your goals. The constant visual reminder is a great motivator. And as we've just kicked off a new school year, I think this is the perfect time to refresh or even start your vision board. So, how does it help us? Well, if we frame it around self-care and we look at the 10 domains, and you know I love the 10 domains of self-care, vision boards really play into 2 of the domains. We really start to get into the self-awareness and mindfulness domain, as well as the spiritual domain. So self-awareness is very important. We need to get in touch with what makes us who we are. What helps us build confidence and problem solve and make decisions and communicate more effectively. That's your self-awareness mindfulness domain. And to achieve excellence in this domain, we want to make sure that we have calming awareness of our thoughts, our feelings, and our body. We carefully select which thoughts and feelings to use to guide our actions. Maybe this is where you practice some meditation, or mindful and intuitive eating can even fall into this domain. Even yoga or another mind-body practice. And lastly, one of my favorites, acknowledging things for which you are grateful. So by creating a vision board, you're really helping to get into the essence of who you are, those thoughts, those feelings, and what it is that you want out of life. When we look at the spiritual domain, this is also very important because it helps you go deeper into your values and gain more insight into what motivates you and inspires you. So when we look at the spiritual domain to achieve excellence here, we want to experience and or see our larger purpose in our work or school life, as well as our private and personal life. That goal setting, that falls into this domain. This can also be spending time in a spiritual place, whatever that means for you. Or also, maybe you want to read, watch, or listen to something that inspires you. You can spend time with others who share your spiritual worldview, or just spend time doing something that you hope will make a positive difference in the world. Maybe volunteering at a soup kitchen or taking out some time to help someone else. So those are the two domains that I really see vision boards fitting into and really helping us cultivate that sense of self and see our larger vision and set goals and just what we want out of life. And do not be afraid to dream big. I like to include different domains on my vision board, but it can also be much simpler and can focus in just one area. So if you're new to this, maybe you just pick one area of your life to focus on. But if you're feeling a little extra, feel free to do more than one area. So here are some ideas for the domains that your vision board could include. So maybe you look at personal development, your personal growth, and how you want to feel within yourself. Do you want to be happy, joyful, abundant, peaceful? What images come to mind when you see that? And what do you need to see for reminders for you? Maybe you want to look at love and romance. Are you trying to attract a partner? Maybe communicate better with your current partner? Have more adventures or specific experiences together or places to travel? I have pictures of my husband and I traveling, things we want for our house, and how I want to feel in my relationship. Also, reminders of things we've done in the past that I love to just be reminded about, and things I hope that we do again in the future. There's also career. Maybe you want to focus here. Where do you see your path? What is your dream job? What do you want to achieve? Maybe you hope to earn a doctorate someday. Put it on the vision board. Put a timeline. When do you want to start it? When do you want to finish it? Maybe you're looking for a promotion or a raise. Put it on the vision board. Maybe you look at friends and family. Put it on the vision board. There's pictures of my loved ones, especially my mom. I already mentioned my husband, but I have pictures of my mom on there as well, and in different scenarios and reminders of having fun and having adventures together. So maybe that's something you want to cultivate on your vision board. When it comes to your house or your home, maybe you have ideas for dream projects or renovations, or just an idea of your dream house, or being mortgage free, whatever that might look like for you. I just saw a reel on Instagram of a kitchen that had a tiramisu drawer. I think I'm going to put that on my vision board when I update it next, because I think that would be really cool to have a tiramisu drawer in your kitchen. Another area you could consider is hobbies and leisure. I have it on mine to reminders to dance and move my body in ways that feel good, and yoga. And I have actually had point shoes on my vision board for quite some time. And if you've been listening, folks know that I recently decided that now was the time to purchase them and start building up my strength to do ballet again on my terms. Maybe you have money on your vision board. Maybe that's something you're looking to attract more of, more abundance in your life. I do have a dollar bill on my vision board, and it has a saying written on it that says, "Money comes to me effortlessly and easily and in abundance." Maybe you put a dollar bill on the board and write, "My bills are paid on time." Whatever it is you're trying to attract. I also have stuff for my business, the Dr. MC Self-Care Cabaret, other gigs I'd love to get, podcast guests, as I've mentioned, and other things I hope to achieve. So really, hopefully you're starting to see that this can really be whatever you want it to be. And again, it is a powerful visualization tool, and I love visual reminders of what I want in life. Okay, so next up, what do you put on it? So just whatever is going to spark joy for you and make you feel good. So like I said, you can start small. Maybe you start with just one area and don't really worry about the logistics. Like let's go back to the cover of Vogue, for example. Don't worry about the how. Just put it on there and think about what achieving that would do for you. How would that make you feel? And if you want to get really zesty, when I'm creating my vision board, I like to set the mood. So maybe I burn sage or some incense, light candles, and play some high vibrational music. I kind of make it a little bit of an event when it comes time to updating my vision board. I usually spend time dreaming about the things I'd like to put on there, thinking about all the things I've accomplished. I also like to leave things on there once I've accomplished them as just a visual reminder of what I've done. Eventually I do take them off, but a lot of times I leave things on there for a bit. But I set the mood. I spend some time in the weeks leading up to it, kind of just dreaming about it, creating my images. And then when time comes, I go for it. So as I said, it's no surprise that I like to be extra. So my vision board is no exception. So here are the steps that I use. So I mentioned Canva. I love this program. It is a free graphic design program. There is a paid version, but if you've ever heard of like Photoshop, or maybe you don't have access to Photoshop, Canva is much more accessible, and I find it to be pretty user-friendly. And no, I don't have endorsements from Canva yet, but maybe I should. So this is an easy way to combine images and quotes that are personal to you. This is where you can, take an image of yourself, remove the background, and pop it on the cover of a magazine. So a couple of examples that I did for this. I already mentioned the cover of magazines like Mindful magazines. I also did a picture of a villa in Italy and put my picture there, as well as a posh Upper West Side condo in New York City. So again, really think about what are these things that you want? Really get to that essence. And if Canva is just outside your wheelhouse, Google image and magazine clippings work just as well. But you really want to get into seeing yourself in these settings, whatever it is. So next, I have an actual bulletin board because I like the ability of being able to update it every year. But I don't just want the boring cork background. So you can put fabric or some fun wrapping paper as the background, staple it on there and kind of wrap it so it's has a more fun background as opposed to just the cork board. But again, these are optional. Mine is Tiffany blue leopard print. But again, you can also do poster board is certainly fine. But this is just a way to elevate it. And then from here, all you need is a stapler and some scissors, maybe glue, however you want to do it. I like to use colorful push pins because I like to, or I should say really novelty push pins. So things like shoes, crowns, roses, pearls, gems, things like that. Amazon and Etsy can definitely be your friend here. And again, I do this so that pictures can be put on and then taken off. So it's not, if you glue them, that's going to be harder to change them out. And then to hang the vision board, I just use some command picture hanging strips, which is ideal for easy removal and updating. And that way it can kind of evolve with you. I think that's pretty cool. And again, you want it placed somewhere where you'll see it every day. To best maximize and manifest your vision board, I encourage individuals to put it in a prominent place where they see it daily, as quoted in the article. And, for some people, there's just a lot of power in surrounding yourself with your vision board as you go through your everyday life. So I take pictures of it. I may put it as the background on my phone. I had that for a while of my latest vision board. You could put it as a background on your desktop. You could print it out and have it in other places. Maybe you have a copy of it in your office or in another area of your home. So I hope you enjoyed what you heard and gave you some ideas for what you may want to do if you're thinking about setting some new goals and crushing some new things this school year. The vision board can definitely get you on your way. And the article to the todayshow.com article is linked in the episode notes. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you're feeling more energized and empowered. We'll be back soon, as I mentioned, with our regular interview style format, and we can't wait to share the amazing guest interviews with you. If you liked what you heard here today, please subscribe and leave a review for this podcast on your preferred platform. Follow along on Facebook and Instagram at Dr. MC Self-Care and Dr. MC's Self-Care Cabaret on LinkedIn. You can also visit my website, drmcselfcare.com, for the latest updates and to sign up for Cast Party, my e-newsletter. And if you're interested in having me present to an audience near you, email info@drmcselfcare.com. Thanks again, stay well, and do good.